responsibility which showed on his face, and by the sincerity of his effort to communicate with his young soldiers. He paused to speak to their group, and we can detect in his exchanges something of that deft personal appeal which was to make him the United States' most popular post-war president. "What is your job, soldier?" "Ammunition bearer, sir." "Where is your home?" "Pennsylvania, sir." "Did you get those shoulders working in a coal mine?" "Yes, sir." "Good luck to you tonight, soldier." As he moved among, many of the sticks began to emplane, struggling through the fuselage door to find their places within. To those with whom he had not spoken, a mimeograph sheet bearing a farewell message was passed. All was issued the second dose of the air sickness pills the divisional medical officers had prescribed, which had the important side effect, intended or not, of inducing a comfortable drowsiness. Many were grateful for them, as they fidgeted to find the least uncomfortable position in which to make the flight, joined sporadically in the medley of songs started by the most wakeful, and tried to empty their minds of thoughts of the immediate future. The time was 10:15 p.m., and the darkness of the night of June 5th to 6th had begun to close over the long lines of C-47s at Welford, Membury, Ramsbury, Greenham Common, and Aldermaston, and at the Devon airfields of Merrifield and Apottery. At the Lincolnshire airfields of the 82nd, Fulbeck, Barkston Heath, Saltby, North Witham, Falkingham, Cottesmore, and Spanhoe, the engines had already begun to turn for takeoff, to carry the flight serials down to imaginary localities above the Channel, bearing names more familiar to American ears: Flatbush, Hoboken, Reno, and Spokane. Towards 11 p.m., the men of the 101st caught the sounds of the same sequence, the whine of the starter winding up, a few throaty coughs as the engine caught and finally roared into a full crescendo. The lead pilot ran up his engines and then taxied slowly down the runway to a position facing into the wind. The other planes fell into single file, much like soldiers assembling, and followed the lead craft. At Welford, General Eisenhower raised a salute to each which passed. Then, at 22:45, Corporal Koskimaki noted, our plane began moving down the runway, gathered momentum rapidly, and gently lifted from the concrete surface. The rest of the 45 planes in our serial followed at 7-second intervals until the entire group was airborne. The planes continued to circle until all 45 were airborne and in formation. Our plane served as the point. The planes flew in V's of 9 planes. The center plane of the 3 lead planes of each 9-plane group served as its immediate point. Wing lights were on, and it was a beautiful spectacle to behold through the open doorway. It was also the last time but 2 that anyone would see such a thing. Like the dreadnought